Yes, guys, teaching family. I hope you guys are well.
Yes,
Yeah.
Back for another one.
Come on.
This one's interesting.
Techie.
This one's real interesting.
Techie.
So, hit the like, subscribe, smash the notification bell, and I'll get started right now. So, listen, this one's kind of taboo, in a way. People don't really talk about it.
Taboo, yeah.
People don't really like talking about it, but it exists.
Son,
It exists.
gonna
Of course.
unlock your Pandoras, bro. You know what's there, fam?
Mate.
Now, there's a reason why a lot of teachers leave the profession, and it's not just because of, well, it is because of stress, but there's reasons for stress.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the reasons for stress is teachers bullying teachers.
We know who you are.
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to say it as it is. Teachers bullying teachers. Now, that needs to stop.
So much.
Facts.
It needs to stop because it does
Facts.
happen.
Facts.
Right? It happens all the time. And I keep hearing teachers complaining and saying, look, this person's making my life a misery. I can't teach anymore. It's not the kids. The kids are blessed. I'm listening. It's great. It's not the lessons. It's not the paperwork. I feel like I'm getting bullied. It's happening. You know what? And it happens all too often. And it needs to stop because people are leaving the profession because they feel like they're being picked on.
Yeah.
You know?
Facts.
So I kind of just wanted to kind of open that up and just kind of say something on it because I want people to watch and think that in every establishment there is the bullying exists.
Yeah.
It's not just teaching,
Yeah.
right? Whenever there's like a hierarchy thing
Yeah.
and there's people in power, then sometimes there are things that happen from wayward managers. I want to say wayward.
Yeah, you had a formal language.
Yeah, I'm going to say wayward.
A formal language.
Because we've got to be honest, there are good managers and there are bad managers.
Yeah.
There are good people in power and bad people in power, everywhere. But it needs to stop for those that are experiencing it.
Yeah.
So can anyone come in?
I would just say, if they're bullying you, it's either two things: the power's gone to the head.
Why do they bully though? Why do the managers?
Sometimes there's just jealousy. It's just pure jealousy. You know, you're the new fresh teacher. You have a good outlook on teaching as a whole.
Yeah.
They've been battered and bruised. They've had the battle scars.
Yeah.
So and you know what? Like, it's always why are they smiling so much? Why are they so chirpy? So the old saying says, misery always needs
some people
company.
don't like the positivity.
They don't like it.
I've been told that I'm too positive.
Really?
Why am I so? Yeah, people don't like me because I'm positive. I say, what?
What?
Wow.
Yeah, and then I'm like,
What?
yeah. Some he's fake. I'm like, how am I fake? Because I said I learnt my bubbliness from my parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you see my parents, they're very chill. They're very happy.
Yeah.
I've grown up in that
It's your
environment.
DNA.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my DNA. It's in the blood.
Blood.
Blood. So, you know what I mean? But some people are just miserable. Sometimes it's outside life. Sometimes it has nothing to do with work. They're
Did
just
you
some
notice
people
that
just
misery
born
is
miserable.
in it? Sorry?
Some people are just born miserable.
True. No, but
Bro.
you're right.
Some people are born
they're
miserable.
just born vexed. Like,
Yeah.
Come out the womb, just
But RS, didn't that hit you when he came into teaching a bit?
bro.
That misery.
It did.
Yeah.
It's like there are so many people walking around with sour faces.
too many.
Sour faces, bro.
Too many.
Like,
Smile.
and do you know what it is, right? Yeah. Like, I feel if you're gonna walk around with a sour face for so long, right? It's time to change.
You know, I've been taught in quite a few schools.
Yeah.
And I'll say there's a general thing where there's a lot of like faces where there isn't a lot of happiness in the faces.
Yeah.
I mean, this is not a general thing, but some are but generally, like it's a bit of a tense, unhappy, not very happy atmosphere sometimes. I see.
That's the environment of the school. Do you know what? There's certain things, right? Like, I feel that certain teachers bully other teachers because they're not comfortable within themselves.
Yeah.
So whatever demons or insecurities they've got going on with themselves, they will place that on another person. And it's generally a new person.
I was gonna
I was
say,
gonna say, yeah.
I was gonna say,
It's generally a
Is
new
that the
teacher.
case, yeah?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, all the time.
Because
a new teacher.
yeah, it's generally a new teacher. They'll put their insecurities onto them and make them
Okay.
feel like rubbish because
Okay.
they're feeling like trash. right? Now, if you're the teacher that's getting bullied, right, you may not see that straight away. Because like it takes time, you know, people have their own time and realizing certain things. It takes time. So like for those that take longer, it's harder for them because you're just getting bombarded, bow. And then when you realize it's too late, you become one of them. Yeah,
you change, right?
You change.
Sometimes you have to, but sometimes teachers try to adapt to their surroundings. So they're changing to survive.
Exactly.
I know one woman told me that her, like, I will call her manager, was trying to like bombard her, like you said, with like all these negative feelings and stuff like that. And she's a very strong-minded person. Like she doesn't falter. Like she's one of those people, you know, when you hear I know who I am. She's one of them ones that she knows who she is. So, and then the same teacher that was really like, I think something happened in the staff room where she like tried to make her seem belittled, but then she's like, cool. And then she left, like she wasn't bothered at all. Wow. And then that same teacher just like, you can see that it annoyed her. So she just let it out. That bloody Carol, that's not a real name. That bloody Carol, this and that, who does she think she is? And then like, she said it out, like she just let it out, screamed it out. And then everyone in the staff room just looked at her and like turned around like, what's your problem with her? And that is when like everyone made it known, like conscious that, you know.
But look how she outed herself.
If
she didn't out herself, that wouldn't happen.
Exactly. And then anything you knew. So then like, even that word got back to Carol and then she's like, yeah, but it's her, like that's her business, blah, 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 blah. Like, it's just their bitterness. It's just their, they're just sour, like you said.
You know, I like what Carol did, yeah. She didn't rise to the nonsense.
There you go.
She didn't rise to it. She just let it brush it off. And that's easier said than done. That's way, way easier said than done.
And the reason why she did it is because she knew who she was.
Right, she knows who she was. And I think, say like, it's difficult. Like when you're being bullied, like it's hard.
Yeah.
Because you sometimes, or like say it's a consistent bullying, you get to the point where you believe the bully. You believe them. And then it's like you start to think to yours, you start to doubt your own abilities and things like that.
True.
You know? So I think, say like that really strengthen your mind and your spirit. And like I mentioned before about having one of your PPA times to be for yourself and for your mind and your mental health, like use that time to really strengthen your spirit. Because there's a lot of people that will bring you down. Some will even do it out of spite because they just don't like you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I feel like, you know, life is so short that when you feel like you're being bullied and it's hurting you and you're taking it home and you're upset and you're down and you're depressed and then you bring it home to your family, I think at that point it's not worth carrying on at the school. What I'm trying to say is, you know what? There's loads of different types of schools. Some are way better than others. Some are better managers than others, different colleagues. It really is so different in so many schools. For those of us that have been into different schools, we know they're all so different. And sometimes you fit in a school. You just fit. And then around you got people that are on a level. So also I'll say is seek help where you are, because you know what, don't be afraid to seek help, because you know what, we tend to, as teachers especially, we think we know everything, so we bottle it up. We bottle things inside. And you know what, don't bottle things up inside. Seek help. And you know what, if the help is not coming, leave.
That's it.
Like leave the job and get another job somewhere else.
Exactly.
But you know, you mentioned something about good and bad managers. I'm saying now, but there are certain management teams in all professions that will hide the bullying because of who the bully is. They will hide it, especially if it's like SLT bullying. Certain management teams will try to hide it because it looks bad. It looks bad on the school.
Oh, you mean hide it, brush it under the table?
They'll brush it under the carpet.
It's not there.
Like it's not there. Right? Or they'll be like, oh, don't worry, we'll sort it out. And then it doesn't get sorted out. Right? So as head teachers or as members of SLT, you need to really be strong on that. Just like what we said about, you know, kids getting bullied, having a zero tolerance. Same thing.
Oh, zero tolerance for teacher
zero tolerance for teacher
That's a
bullying.
very good point.
You got zero. You know, if a kid bullies another kid, you will jump all over that, and you will make sure that that's being stamped out. Why is it different for the teachers? It shouldn't be. It should be zero tolerance throughout the whole school. All the policies should have that, right? So, and make it be known. make it be clear that you're going to act and do something about it.
That's a good point as well.
Yeah.
Act on it. And,
Act on
and
it.
Be clear that you're acting.
Yeah.
Right. Don't just have a conversation in the office about something and then just go about your business.
That office
Do you know what I
convo.
mean? That office convo.
Let's have a talk and
Do you know
then
what I mean? Walking out, swinging your umbrella, whistling and that. What's that? You know?
Yeah, when it's raining.
Yeah, man. But like also like if you do have like the SOT or like a bad management, don't be afraid to go to the governors. You're not a snitch.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That snitching complex seems to come into it as well. Like you're not a snitch, man.
Well, like I said,
You're
see
looking after
somebody
yourself.
else that is good, like
Yeah.
that will listen.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, not everybody's the same.
It's
Can't
true.
tarnish everybody with the same brush.
Right.
There's good and bad everywhere.
There's good and bad. And you know what? Like if all else fails, man, go to your union.
Exactly.
That's true.
If all else fails, like they are experts in their field.
That is true.
Go to your union.
That's
yeah.
it.
I feel like a lot of people, like they feel it. They're suffering inside.
Yeah.
A lot of teachers suffer inside, but they don't look for that support. Or they don't know where to go as well for
Where to
support.
go, exactly.
I think
Yeah.
that's it. But you touched on some good ones where, go and speak to someone, but also the unions are there for that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I don't feel like a lot of people are really know about also unions. And
I feel like the unions, people or teachers only use the unions in times of like serious crisis.
serious crisis.
Like, then it's like, yo,
yeah, it's
I
got
need
to
help.
that point.
Yeah, man, they switch on the bat signal. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
you know what I mean?
It's true.
But like, you could use them for so much. You could even use them for lesson plans. Like you can use them for literally everything. You can use them for counseling. Like there's so much more. Like really utilize. Like you're paying for it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you got a membership with a union, then you're actually paying for it.
You're
So-
paying for it. So like utilize them as much as you can.
Or maybe there's teachers that don't even know there are unions, so maybe they should be members of unions
Yeah.
because that's another added protection for them.
100%.
And I think everyone needs protection.
100%. 100%.
Too much.
But like I think like also understanding the bullying straight away and nipping it in the bud before
Okay.
it becomes too late.
I was going to say that.
That's a nice point.
Yeah, because you've spoken about it escalating and then you're getting depressed and then you don't want to come in or you become part of the environment. Like if someone has said something untoward, right? Challenge that person, please. Make sure you challenge that
I was going to
person.
say that, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying to you? Like, and don't do it in a way where you're arguing and
Yes.
do you know what I mean?
Again.
Yeah.
No, for real,
Yeah,
like
yeah, have to.
because then you're just gonna cause more problems.
Exactly.
Just got to say, listen, I didn't like the way you said that to me. Can you just explain why you spoke to me like that, please? Because I didn't like it. Now if they start carrying on silly now, right? Then it's not a you problem, it's a them problem.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? And like if it's their problem, don't be getting involved in that. They ain't got nothing to do with you.
Exactly, yeah.
So what I'm saying is in schools there need to be more robust policies or protocols in place for teacher-on-teacher bullying.
Yeah.
Fact.
And you know what? There's something you said, right? You said to him, if you got a problem, come and speak to me.
Yeah.
Now, we all know that bullies don't roll by themselves.
Yeah.
At all, yeah.
They roll in packs.
Yeah.
Come like hyenas, right? Now, if somebody is bullying another teacher, for example, right? Like, and you see that, you're not directly involved, but you see it, you also have to make the decision to call it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to make the decision to call it out. You cannot leave that person there to get bullied because maybe you're afraid of the bully yourself, or you just don't want to get involved in the mix-up.
Exactly, yeah.
Like everybody should be aware that they have the power to call out somebody's
Exactly,
nonsense, regardless of if they're being bullied or they're just watching it from the side. You got to call it out, because then that stops it straight away as well, because then the bully realizes, right, I'm actually alone on this.
Yeah.
And they'll just cut it out one
It's
time.
true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah,
Exactly.
man, don't be afraid to call it out if you see it.
But I keep saying it. There's a lot of teachers suffering in silence. Because they're being bullied and they don't know how to deal with it. Yeah. And it's not it's because they don't know how and what to do.
I think most of the times the people that are bullying are obviously people in positions of power, isn't it? So I think we always have that thing in our mind of they can make my job like my life a living hell, or they could fire me. Like we always have that. Because a lot of people that keep quiet about it, they're only thinking about their paycheck, or they're thinking about how...
Maybe they're thinking about their careers. They don't want to mess up their career.
Exactly.
So they don't want to rock the boat.
Yeah,
because they know they're going to need a reference.
Yeah.
They know they need the,
But even little things, they probably got kids.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and they need to live.
Yeah, they need to live.
That's true.
They need to put food on the table.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But you can't put food on the table when you become depressed.
Depressed, yeah. And I was going to say,
you know what I'm saying?
That's
don't
true.
let that stop you, because we've all said it. go and approach them, and it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
It's how you say
Because
it.
you can come in all guns blazing,
But the fact is, never let the bully get away with it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah,
That's the main thing.
that's
But you
the
don't have to
main
go in,
thing.
like you said, be shouting.
yeah,
You can do it calmly and cleverly.
yes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cleverly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like sometimes bullies will email and then they'll try and email and get you in trouble through the emails.
Yeah.
CC everyone.
And, you know what I mean?
CC
And
the whole world.
It's recorded. Press print. You know what's there? You said.
Yeah, and they got a whole file.
Yeah, bro.
With CC.
The file of facts.
File of facts.
This one.
You know when you see an email and you see how it's worded and you see you're trying to catch me out with that email.
Exactly.
You know that one?
Brother, they got the file. They got the file from Bruce Almighty.
Just the whole picture.
Yeah. On this date,
Do you know what I mean?
do this?
That whole thing is just for you, bro.
Following you.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, man.
Don't respond to emails.
But do you know what I say? I'll play the game back. I will just keep a track of what they've done.
Yeah,
you know what I
bro.
mean. Yeah.
But this is it. Like, if you are being bullied, it's necessary to keep a record.
Have to.
Yes,
necessary to keep a
record of what you, especially on emails or
Yeah.
anything written, what is being said
Yeah.
and what you're saying.
Yeah.
And be careful with what you're saying.
Yeah, be careful.
as well.
Listen, there's times where people have emailed me, right? And I don't like the way they're coming at me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I'm ready to attack. And he'll be like, delete.
You can't call him that.
It's true.
Get rid of this one, this one. You
Until
spelled
like
that
2
one
words are
wrong.
left.
Bro, literally it's just hi, please.
Listen, because we all get emotional.
Bro,
Oh,
get
yeah.
emotional.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And
yeah.
in fact, you know what, yeah? If somebody does email you, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's through bullying or it's a really negative email,
Yeah.
never respond straight away.
Never,
Do you know
yes,
what I mean, bro? I've learnt to
Yeah.
respond the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Where I've calmed, I've marinated, I've
Yeah.
reflected.
Yeah.
I'll respond the next day.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's true.
I'll never respond straight away anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah, the
Never
emails
respond.
they're another thing.
Techie.
Don't look at emails as well while you're at home or during the weekend.
Oh yeah, switch off.
Switch
Yeah,
it off
switch off.
because if you see it, whatever you see is going to mess up your
Gonna
day.
mess
Yeah.
up your day. Yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Do you know what I mean? Especially
For
from
real.
work, it'll mess up your day, even if
Yeah,
it's
man.
great. Don't watch
Exactly.
it.
And don't be doing this chatty thing in the staff room.
Yeah, this-
because that's where a lot of the beef happens.
Yeah, it's true.
Like I remember when this head of year was talking crud about this other teacher, like, and she didn't even realize that the teacher was around the corner.
Yeah.
We have a culture as well in staff rooms or little group gatherings where people tend to talk about other people.
But the staff room is the playground.
It's a very toxic place.
It's,
that stuff.
it can be quite
Yeah.
toxic
Yeah,
in
yeah,
some places.
Some
And do you know,
places,
if they're not talking about teachers, they're talking about students.
oh,
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So either
Yeah.
way, it's gossip central.
it's gossip. Yeah.
It's gossip central. Bro, it's gossip central.
true.
That's what it is.
Do you know what I mean?
It's gossip central.
Yeah, man.
Staff
Sometimes,
rooms are gossip central.
bro, it's gossip central, bro. Hey, do you know what they said? And you're just like, what?
Yeah.
man?
Yeah,
Do you
like,
know
relax.
what
I just want to have my lunch.
Bruv,
I just put my chicken in the microwave
That's
and I just
all.
want to
I
eat
want,
it.
I want the free tea and the biscuit. Like that's what I come for. You know what I'm
When you
saying?
see me just rolling around with my headphones in,
Yeah.
that's just normal. I don't want to.
And there's no music. You just
And
pretend
sometimes
there's
there's
no
music.
music.
My headphones
Battery
even
dead. Battery
Yeah,
dead.
There's no Bluetooth either.
I don't even own an iPhone, but I got AirPods.
You know?
Okay.
It's my wife's. Not like I just don't want to hear the negative because sometimes you can automatically fall into that culture.
Yeah, it's
of
true.
just-
Yeah, especially
it's
when you're a
true.
new teacher and you come into a
Oh,
school, you
yeah.
think that's normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's everyone else is talking. Let's talk about everyone else.
But then also like when you're coming into a new setting where everyone's established,
yeah.
your natural instinct
It's
is to try
trying
to make friends with people.
Yeah, because you want to fit in.
Right. But then also we're social creatures by DNA.
Yeah.
We're social creatures. So naturally we want to socialize with people.
Yeah,
right? So when you start socializing with the gossip crew,
Yes.
right? You become the gossip crew.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? And
it's
now
true.
you've fallen into something that you didn't want to fall
And then you might
into.
even enjoy it.
Right.
And that's the worry.
It's true.
You're
But
coming up with the story next time. So
do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
but like you can't even get out of it because it's like if you get out, you're by yourself again.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Some people they don't like that
You
feeling.
talk bad about everyone else, and then now you want to
Yeah.
come out.
You know
Like,
what I mean?
nah.
So now instead of lesson planning, you're there trying to dig dirt. You know what I'm saying?
So true.
You're there trying to dig dirt, bro.
But you know what? Let's come around full circle and let's say advice for the teachers, let's say that are getting bullied. What can we say?
I would always say we're adults supposedly, but talk to them. And
or talk to the person that's doing the kind of bullying. Okay.
If you can't talk to the bully, then at least have someone in your team that you can talk to, so let them be aware of what you're doing.
But I like that. Try and find some ground where you can like just understand
exactly
where it's come from.
Because I'm not saying you have to be best friends and kumbaya.
No.
Just keep your name out my mouth.
Yeah, you don't need to be. No, you don't need
for
to.
real.
Yeah, and then like you said, have a trail of evidence.
Yeah,
if you want to play that game.
I do like that though. We'll talk to them first, because especially if you're in a department, faculty, you're working with them. You don't want that atmosphere hanging.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So speak to them first, and maybe try and find a way of getting through it.
Exactly.
Yeah. And like even if it's a case of you'll never see eye to eye, that's fine.
Agree
Just
to
don't
disagree.
watch my eye.
Yeah.
Just don't watch my eye.
Yeah.
That's
of
it.
course, I can close my eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Well, like you don't have to be pally with everybody.
Agree to
exactly.
disagree.
Yeah.
Simple as that, man.
Everyone shouldn't be your friend anyway.
Yeah.
Nah, for real.
No, as long as you got some friends, you're fine.
That's it.
You don't have to be everyone's friend.
Well, sometimes solitude is very nice, you know. Like not to the point where you're thinking too much, but sometimes you might need your
space
to recharge and something like that.
So okay, let's say phase 1 is like you speak to them. That's not working. What would you do next?
Get a trail of evidence. Like I said.
You'd go on that evidence road. Why not speak to someone maybe?
True. Yeah. I'll speak to
someone in like in SLT. Let's say on a higher level, head.
Actually, your head of
I wouldn't
department.
do that because sometimes, like you said, SLT might not. They can't do nothing at that stage.
But they might give you advice. No.
Okay, fair enough.
And they might speak to them if they're line managing them.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
I would speak to my head of department.
Okay.
That would be my next step because I work with them all the time. Like they know me inside out.
Yeah.
Right. So, or like they know me well enough. Right. I would speak to them before I go to SLT. And the only reason why I say that I'll speak to them before I go to SLT, right, is because you don't know if SLT is pally with these people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they like this is if they're in a different department, right? You don't know if they're pally with them, but you know that you still have a department to work in, department to run in. Your head of department should back you up.
It also depends on who you are, because you might be the head of department, but you're being bullied. But I'm saying in what you're saying is go to your head of faculty department.
Yeah.
And
chat to them. Or say it's like within a tutor group, your head of year or whatever. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, what if that's not working?
If that's not working, then me personally, I would bypass SLT completely and go straight to the head.
Okay.
And the only reason why I say that is because I find that if you keep on going upper level, it gets kind of diluted.
Yeah.
Because also like you don't want to be telling somebody about something that happened 7 weeks ago. The bully could have long done forgotten what they did.
Exactly.
And then plus you've got 7 weeks of being bullied on top of that. Like, it's long. Before you know it, it's Christmas. Exactly. Do you know what I mean?
Next year.
Yeah, like we'll tackle it 2023 though. Exactly. Like so I'd go straight to the head and be like, look, this is what's going on with your stuff. Okay. This is what's happening to me, right? What can be done about it? Now, I'm not going up to him like, you see this. I'm saying what can be done about it.
Yeah.
And now what you've done is you put it directly in the head teacher's face, right? So they personally have to direct you to the people that you need to talk to.
Okay.
Right? Now, because he might or she might not do anything directly as in like the head of the head teacher, right? But you've brought it to their attention.
And it's incumbent on the school to do something then.
Exactly.
Once you brought it to their attention.
Once you brought it, it has to be done. Now, if it still carries on, I'm going straight to my union.
Okay.
I'm going straight to my union afterwards, because not only does the head teacher know, but your head of year or your head of department knows. Clearly the bully knows, and whoever the head teacher told you to go to knows. And if nothing is being done about it, then clearly there's something wrong with the policy around that.
Yes.
There's clearly something wrong. So it has to go out of school.
And following these steps and protocols within the school is actually quite good, because it will help other teachers as well. Because the thing is, these steps, look, teachers, it's not just one teacher. Many teachers may be being bullied. So it could be a case of that helps others find a way and the steps to do things within the school.
Gives them courage.
Gives them courage. And that's if you want to stay. Because if you don't want to stay, like you said, RS, you can just leave the school.
Exactly.
And then find another culture, school that is aligned and fits you.
Exactly. Yeah. 100%.
Okay. That's good,
Yeah, man.
That was real good. I like that one.
Yeah. I like that.
That was good. Guys, once again, as usual, please hit the like, subscribe, smash the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one.
Yes, sir.
That's it.